Grandview defensive coordinator Joe Woodley joins us now, and the Vikings have had a couple of weeks to get ready for the Siena Heights Saints, Joe. But let's talk about the game, the homecoming victory against the Waldorf Warriors. Always good when the defense throws a zero on the board.
Yeah, no question, Jeff. We challenged our guys all week because we don't feel we've really reached our expectations so far this year, really putting together a dominant effort. We've kept points off the board in a few games, but teams are still able to move the ball a little bit. Not getting off the field on third downs, just things like that have just added up in other games. But against Waldorf, I felt we really put one together against a team I thought was extremely dangerous. They showed signs against the teams they played before us of what they're capable of, and they definitely had our full attention, and our kids came to work that whole week in practice, and it showed during the game on Saturday.
The first shutout for the Vikings, the fourth shutout in Viking football history. The last one came about a year ago to the date on October 15th of last year, the 14-0 blanking of McKendree. Things just kind of snowballed, I think, in the game against Waldorf. You got out to that big start, and then this thing just really went your way.
Yeah, we first play of the game, we dropped an interception, so I was like, well, maybe it's not our day. We get a stop, we go 3 and out, we rough the punter. So I'm like, this really must not be our day. And then we go out and get another 3 and out, and then I think that gave us some confidence as the game wore on, and field position was great throughout the entire first half. And you're right, Jeff, it did snowball. We were able to get some takeaways, and for the most part, we were able to make their run game non-existent and make them one-dimensional. And that's what every defensive coach, that's what your dream is, to make a team know that they pretty much have to throw the ball. We knocked a couple quarterbacks out of the game. They were down to their third-string kid, even though we did find out this is a kid that they did have high expectations for. He'd been banged up, and he came out and showed us some things that we hadn't seen a ton of on tape. They ran the ball with him a little bit and scrambled, and he made some plays and a couple throws. On a 3rd and 30, he completed a pass to get a first down, and those are the types of plays that drive you crazy as a defensive coordinator. But nonetheless, we were able to weather a lot of those storms, and give credit to our guys. We really got after it against Waldorf.
Looking at the numbers again, kind of out of the bye week, again, we've kind of been preaching about how this defense is a team defense. You have a lot of guys contributing. The fact you have 20 guys with at least, or actually 8 guys with 20 tackles, so a lot of contributions up and down this defensive front.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff, and that's one of the selling points we have when we're recruiting kids. We're going to try and play as many kids as we can. We feel we do have quality depth. This is probably the first time since we've been here we can truly say that. Into our 5th year, the numbers are good, and we felt we've surrounded ourselves with pretty good players on defense. And we are without a few starters right now. We've made it through a couple games, so that bye week couldn't have came at a better time. And but yeah, we, like you said, we preach team defense, and that's 11 guys getting to the ball at all times. So we definitely have shown that for the most part this year. We just got to do it a little bit more on a consistent basis.
Okay, the opponent on hand, the Siena Heights Saints, in their second year of existence of football, but this has been a very competitive team, a very young program. 3-4. They played 3 overtime games this year, so it's a pretty formidable opponent coming in on Saturday.
No question, Jeff, and that's the same thing every week. It doesn't matter who you play. I don't know if we're at a point in our program where we feel like our talent level is that much better than everybody. I think we're getting there. I don't think we're there yet. We can kind of see that light at the end of the tunnel, but Siena Heights is a very good football team. I think you said they're 3-4. 2 of their losses are, and I don't know what they were ranked at the time, but at one time they were number 1 and number 2 in the country. That's 2 of their losses. I believe they have 3 overtime losses. So they're a very good football team, very good skill set, big up front, physical. They're going to run the football. You've really got to slow down their running game and again, try and make a team one-dimensional. But then off of their run, they do a good job of their play-action game, their bootleg, all those types of things that make you, account for everything as a defensive coach.
It's good to be back, Joe. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, Jeff.
Defensive coordinator Joe Woodley.